Right now, Dane County's deficit. How much the county is short and why.
Plus, golf pros in Madison for the AmFam Championship Tournament. How these golf champs could give a powerful boost to the local economy. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Thursday. I'm Kyrie Lee.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in here. Thursday, a little Friday Eve, getting you ready for the weekend. A big one in Dane County.
Yes, going to be lots of people in the city getting ready for a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, got the AmFam Championships in town. Let's see what the weather's going to be like to start you off today, though. We've been dealing with some air quality issues this week. What do you think it's going to be like out there this morning, Savannah?
Yeah, guys, we're still going to be dealing with hazy skies, but we do have the sunshine out there right now and temperatures that are hovering right about 50 across most of the area. That includes us here in Madison. But we'll see the mid to upper 70s as a whole today, still hazy, and we do have an air quality alert in effect for most of southern Wisconsin and about half of the state of Wisconsin. That's in effect till noon. They got extended several times yesterday, and that might get extended as we head into the afternoon and evening later today, because this yellow color, that's all moderate levels of smoke. See what this does as we get closer to later in the day. That's still going to hang around even into about dinner time. And then as we head into the weekend, still expecting that blue and light to moderate levels stick around for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures, like I mentioned, are right about 50 across most of the area. Northwest, we do have the 40s up there near Wautoma, Black River Falls, and Camp Douglas. We'll talk about the haze, the wildfire smokes, and also time out any rain chances heading into the weekend coming up.
Savannah, thank you. Dane County is Wisconsin's fastest growing county, but it lacks the funds to keep up with the demand.
The upcoming budget falls short by $31 million. County leaders blame inflation, rising operating costs, lack of funding from the state, and the uncertainty of federal funding. News 3 Now asked Dane County Executive Melissa Agard if anything could have been done to prevent the shortfall.
I wasn't here as the county executive to navigate my way through previous budgets. What I do know as the current county executive is that my community holds me to a high standard, and it is my job to be fiscally responsible with the tax dollars that are entrusted to us.
Executive Agard says the top priorities right now are public health, human services, emergency response, and environmental stability. The county is asking departments to prepare for budget cuts, reductions of 4%. This would help cut the deficit in half. But for Hannah, a 911 operator, that reduction could cut staff.
It's a stressful position, mainly because of the work that we do. But I think that if there was more efforts into retention, we wouldn't be having to spend so much money on the turnover.
Agard says she hopes to avoid staffing cuts, but knows there will be challenges.
Meanwhile, at the state capitol, budget talks between Governor Tony Evers and Assembly Republicans have reached a standstill. Speaker Robin Vos says after meetings this week, both sides remain far apart. The Joint Committee on Finance will now draft a budget without the governor's input. State Democrats say this move will only increase uncertainty.
In national news this morning, an immigration judge has delayed a hearing for an undocumented immigrant who investigators say was framed for threatening President Donald Trump. Ramon Morales-Reyes appeared in court yesterday. ICE detained him in late May after getting a letter supposedly written by him. The letter threatened to kill the president. Police later determined a man who allegedly assaulted Morales-Reyes in 2023 wrote that letter, hoping to have the migrant deported. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson says Morales-Reyes is no longer being investigated, but he will remain in ICE custody pending deportation because he is in the country illegally.
President Donald Trump is banning travelers from a dozen countries starting on Monday. He cites security concerns, saying it's hard for the U.S. to vet visitors from those places. His proclamation also partly restricts the entry of people from 7 other countries. Notably, the list does not include Egypt. That's the native country of the suspect in Sunday's anti-Semitic attack in Boulder, Colorado. A White House official says the president made the final decision about the ban after that incident.
Back at home, the UW School of Medicine and Public Health is launching a new program to boost rural health care. It's called the Orion Initiative. The university says a private donation allowed them to create it. The program aims to invest in partnerships between the medical community and frontline rural providers. Its main focus will be primary care physician recruitment, pediatric EMS training, and specialty training.
We are a rural state, but people living in urban areas have much better access. Those living in rural areas have 263 specialists for every 100,000 residents, while in rural areas there's only 30 specialists for every 100,000 rural residents.
The Orion Initiative is providing 4 full tuition scholarships to students entering the Wisconsin Academy for Rural Medicine program at the university. It currently accepts 26 students annually.
People can now reserve defibrillators through the Madison Fire Department. The program's launch coincides with National CPR and AED Awareness Week. The devices are lightweight and compact, making them easy to use and transport. However, they must be returned 3 days after the reservation date. You can reserve a defibrillator by contacting MFD's administration offices at 608-266-4420. MFD also has an upcoming CPR and AED class on June 25th. You can reserve a spot for that on channel3000.com. The American Family Insurance Championship tees off tomorrow morning. For the first time, it will be held at TPC Wisconsin on Madison's north side. The tournament will bring top PGA golf champions and Hall of Famers to the city. The championship expects about 10,000 spectators each day during the 3-day event. Officials say the tournament will deliver a strong economic boost across Madison.
When they book those room nights, they're not just staying in the hotels, but they're eating at the restaurants, they're shopping on State Street. They're providing a ton of economic strength for our community.
Since 2016, the AmFam Championship has generated over $100 million for the local economy.
And starting today, UW-Whitewater will host the 2025 Special Olympics Wisconsin Summer Games. More than 1,200 athletes are set to compete. They represent 100 local programs across the state. It'll be the 3rd consecutive year being hosted at Whitewater. The parade of athletes and opening ceremony is also scheduled for this evening at 6:30. The games will go until Saturday.
Well, let's check in with Savannah to see what people getting out and about over the next few days can expect.
Well, guys, we're expecting hazy skies still because the wildfires that continue to burn in Canada, and some shower chances over the next couple of days. More on that coming up.
Today is for 608 at Hilldale. I'm Josh Breider, live looking ahead to 608 Day on Sunday. We're all geared up. I got the hat, I got the shirt. We're going to talk about some of the fun that your family can be part of when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Time to see what's going on in the 608 this morning. Well, we're getting ready to celebrate our favorite day of the year, Sunday, June 8th, which is 608 Day.
Yes, of course, our Josh Breider is all over this morning. He's decked out in his 608 gear. He's ready. Josh, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Do you think I have enough 608 stuff on this morning? And then I'm adding this magnet to it as well, putting it right up on the magnetic board here at Hilldale Shopping Center this morning. So this is happening on Sunday. We had to come out a few days early to get ready for it because, of course, this is our favorite day of the year. Amanda Sevens is joining us from Hilldale. Amanda, good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
So this is such a big event for you guys. I mean, this is kind of the kickoff for summer shopping, but this is a way to get the whole family out to have some fun.
Yeah, it's really our love letter to the locals. 608 Day is celebrating all the magic that happens here in Madison and the surrounding areas. So we're just really excited to be a site to host a day to celebrate.
So what can people expect for 608 Day here in 2025?
Yeah, we have all sorts of stuff. We'll have live musicians all day long on the green. They're all performing for a charity of their choice here in Madison. So we have money going back to the Dane County Humane Society, the food pantry, all sorts of stuff. We'll have our stores hosting local pop-ups, special 608 themed discounts. We'll have visits from our flamingo friend, lots of photo ops, all sorts of stuff.
And that's really what it's all about. It gets folks out here to have some fun, but you get to support businesses, but they also give back to some local agencies and nonprofits too.
Yeah, exactly. And like Ula Eyewear, they're doing a great job. They're doing a discount in store, but they're also giving back a % of sales to the River Food Pantry. So yeah, you'll find that throughout the center all day long.
And this is really what, this event is all about, and really a focus of Hilldale is you guys are always trying to keep that community spinning, right?
Yeah. We love being a member of the Madison community, and this is just kind of a way to say thank you and to have everyone join us to celebrate Madison.
All right, so this is happening on Sunday. What are the hours? What can folks expect if they come out on here for 608 Day?
Yeah, all day long, 11 to 6. The music will be playing all day, so that's kind of our anchor point. But shopping all day. Character appearances 2 to 4. Madison-themed glitter tattoos. You can get a Capitol. You can get a bike on your face. All sorts of stuff 2 to 4 on the green. And then we're also doing Pride family portraits by the Rainbow Wall from 2 to 4 as well.
Oh, there's so much to look forward to. I mean, Hilldale's so special anyways because a beautiful morning like this, you get to be outside, but then you get to go inside. You can kind of explore here too.
Yeah, there's truly so much to do, and I think you'll find that as you're bopping around after you have lunch, go to the green and hang out and take your takeout to the green, listen to the music. There's all sorts of stuff.
Oh, I love it. Well, do you think I'm 608 guy enough here?
I need some of that, yes.
Well, Amanda, thank you so much. If you'd like to learn more about 608 Day, of course, we're all on top of it. Just go to the story up on channel3000.com. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to talk to a couple of businesses here at Hilldale for what they have going on Sunday and why this day is so important for them and important for you folks to be able to come out here and support them. Guys, photojournalist Mark Schilling was the one that found this hat and this shirt. He's also got the hat on himself this morning and another shirt. He's going to show it off there as well. I think he found it somewhere out in Mount Horeb. Is that right, Mark? Yeah, he's giving the thumbs up. So supporting local is what we're all about, and of course, celebrating 608.
You and Mark out there twinning. How cute. Gotta love it. 608 Day coming to you soon.
Good stuff. Here we go.
My buddy.
Thanks, Josh. We'll talk soon.
You bet.
All right, let's check in with Savannah. She is standing by to get you ready to head out this morning. Looks like it's a fairly nice morning out there from Josh's live shot.
Yeah, it's not bad. We've got the sunshine. It's a little hazy because we're still dealing with some smoke from those wildfires, but temperature is definitely not off to a bad start. We're at 51 in Madison, 48 in central Wisconsin, and then 44 in Ladysmith. So most of Wisconsin is waking up to mild temperatures. We've got an air quality alert, though. Again, this got extended several times yesterday. Most of southern Wisconsin will see this in effect until noon, and about half of the state of Wisconsin as well could see this get extended, maybe a little bit more, because I think we'll still be dealing with that moderate to heavy smoke. Definitely Madison and across most of southern Wisconsin, you see those greens or the light yellows. That's the moderate smoke that we dealt with. Not as heavy as yesterday, and our air quality impact is not going to be as high as what we had yesterday, but I still think we'll see some impacts even heading into the weekend. That blue sticks around for both Saturday and Sunday. That's lighter levels, of course, but still something to consider before starting the weekend and heading out at all. Saturday and Sunday, we also have some rain chances that are going to climb a little bit. We do have a slight chance on Saturday of showers. However, I think our better chance is going to come on Sunday. That's with another cold front, and that could take us even into Monday morning as well. So Friday, this is when this starts, I think in the afternoon and evening with peak heating of the day, couple showers. It's not going to be or expected to be widespread rain, but then Saturday, our better chance, best chance will hold off, however, until Sunday. That's when the cold front comes through northwest of here, and that's when I think we could have fairly widespread showers and a couple of thunderstorms as well. Could see some decent rain again, similar to what we had a couple days ago when we had that heavy rain and a couple thunderstorms. Right now, not expecting something to be severe across southern Wisconsin, maybe a couple stronger storms near the area, but we'll have to watch that as we head into Sunday afternoon, evening, and then the overnight hours as well. Temperatures during that time frame now through the weekend, we've got the mid to upper 70s. It won't be terrible as far as temps go, near normal, slightly above it a couple days. And then once we head into the latter half of next week and next weekend, that's when temperatures bump right back up to 80 degrees and nighttime lows get into the 60s as well. Our best chance of showers and maybe some severe weather Friday and Saturday next week.
Okay, and we're tracking those for sure. It's just one of the most comfortable times of the year out there. Gosh, I love it. We get some of this smoke to clear on out of here. I mean, things are going to be,
It'll be a lot better.
Really close to
shape,
ideal.
Good shape.
All right, Savannah, we know you're tracking it all. Hey, you know, we are encouraging people to explore communities on two wheels this week because we're talking about Bike Week here in Madison, and Greater Madison MPO's Round Trip is introducing a new program to help riders out there.
Our consumer reporter, Michelle Renee Quinn, is live this morning with her bike buddy. Michelle Renee, tell us about this new program.
Chris, Kyrian, good morning. That's right. Ben here is a bike buddy, and if you're wondering what that is, it's either an experienced bike commuter or somebody who's a newbie looking to be a bike commuter. So, Ben, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I work for the Wisconsin Bike Fed, helping kids around Dane County walk and bike for transportation. And I've been biking as my main form of transportation for about 10 years.
Okay, and so now this round trip program, Bike Buddies, pairs experienced commuters like yourself with newbies. What exactly can a newbie expect being paired with you? What kind of tips and tricks are you able to offer these people who are looking to get a little bit more experience on the bike path?
Yeah, I think one thing to consider when you're starting biking is what route you're going to take. And so I would love to help people plan their route, right? And one tip I have is to figure out a route, a low-stress bike route. Perhaps not when you're late for work and trying to get there for the first time, but plan your route and test it out on the weekend or a different time so that you're ready to go, and I can help with that. And then the other tip is trying to figure out how are you going to carry your things, right? You can carry them in a backpack, but then your back gets kind of sweaty, or you can put some sort of a crate or a bag on your bike. Yeah, so you want to think through how you're going to carry your things.
All right, and then when it comes to a ride-along, what exactly can someone expect if you're taking them for a ride-along on this type of route?
Yeah, so what that might look like is we can ride different routes and experiment and see which streets and which bike paths feel comfortable. Madison has a wealth of really nice bike infrastructure, a whole network, and so we'll explore some of that and figure out which options might work well for you. And so that ride along can look like we meet at a time that works for both of us and figure out a route to bike together.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I know you mentioned that there have been some opportunities for people to learn a little bit more about biking and get more comfortable as we go throughout Bike Week. Can you tell me a little bit about some opportunities that you have coming up?
Sure. So tomorrow, in collaboration with the UW Multicultural Center, we're going to be hosting a intermediate smart cycling class. This is for people that know how to ride a bike, but maybe aren't comfortable riding a bike in a street with car traffic, or they want to learn how to ride their bike to a place that they need more comfort with. And we'll teach some of those intermediate skills of how do you ride your bike in these different situations.
And is this for people of all ages, or what can we expect that way?
Yeah, this is a class for adults. And you can sign up. You can go to either madisonbikes.org or the wisconsinbikefed.org, and you can see the event calendar there and sign up there.
All right, Ben, thank you so much. Now, if you're interested in becoming a bike buddy with Round Trip's Greater Madison program, then you can click the QR code or scan the QR code that's on your screen now. And stick around for the next half hour. Ben and I will be back telling you all the more about what you can do for Bike Week and how Biking Buddies is kicking off.
There we go. I love this. A bike buddy. Good stuff. Michelle Renee, thanks for introducing us to your bike. Apparently you're a new bike buddy. You can get out there and he'll show you around. He'll show you the right routes to take. Good stuff. Thanks. 6:20 still ahead. A milestone for the Goodyear blimp, and an elephant snags a snack.
And coming up in our next half hour, a new scam that uses tariffs as a scapegoat, how you can avoid bad actors when shopping online.
Here are your gas prices. We're back right after this.
Welcome back. This photo is from Mary. She says fun in the grass in Poinette. Very nice, capturing all the things in nature out there.
Yeah, look at Bambi there.
Yeah.
Cute.
Very nice. Thanks for sending that, Mary. Appreciate it. Well, trending this morning, we're talking about a milestone for the Goodyear blimp. The tire maker is celebrating its 100th anniversary of the blimp this year. Take a look at them, the iconic airships. With commemorative flights this week, the jumbo airships became a fixture, looming large over major sporting events ever since the 1955 Rose Bowl. Crowds gathering in Akron, Ohio to watch the blimps take a victory lap of sorts above land that once housed Goodyear's original hangar. Goodyear has 4 blimps currently in its fleet. 3 of them are based in the U.S.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've even heard about these in general, so.
I know.
Yeah, I was thinking about drones. We just have drones everywhere now. It's probably a heck of a lot cheaper than flying the blimp.
Bring back the blimps, though. They were so fun to see in the sky.
Yeah, I always took a shot above, the football games and everything. Well, there you go, 100 years of the blimp.
Very nice.
Well, check this out. This is the video of the morning. An elephant on a snack run causing chaos in Thailand. This hungry giant wandered into a grocery store from a nearby park and just helped itself, just whatever it wanted. Sweet rice crackers, a sandwich, some bananas. The shopkeeper could only watch. Rangers quickly arrived to guide the elephant back out, leaving behind quite a mess, as you could imagine. With shrinking habitats, though, these elephant encounters are becoming more common.
They're just hungry.
But first of all, the elephant was just casually at the park chilling, then came across the street because it got hungry. He or she got
living
hungry.
amongst the people in Thailand, I guess.
But yeah, just walking around. This must be normal to
I would
them.
love to see that.
Because I don't see anybody like in a panic.
No.
So they just.
Elephants are nice.
And we learned today that elephants run about 25 miles an hour.
And
It's their top
Savannah
speed.
thinks she can outrun one. So there's
I don't know
that.
if I said that, but
Yeah, I think you did. I think you
we'll
did.
try it one day. You know, that's on my bucket list to see if I can outrun an elephant.
There you go.
because
That and a trip
that
in the
would be
Goodyear
awesome.
blimp.
Exactly, both of those. Yeah, guys, we're tracking a couple shower chances heading the next couple of days, and more wildfire smoke. We'll have the latest coming up.
This morning, new evidence from prosecutors in the Milwaukee first date murder case. The surprising twist.
Plus, as fireworks light up the season, local vendors open up about how tariffs are impacting their businesses.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Thanks for waking up with us. We just have one more day till Friday. We've made it to the end of the week.
There we go. Just one more day. It's been a nice week. If we could just get rid of some of this haze in the skies, some of this smoke,
Yes.
I mean, things would really improve.
Yeah, weather's not looking too bad at all. Meteorologist Savannah Brito out on our patio live from Madison this morning. How are things feeling?
Well, things are not bad as far as temperatures go, but we still do have lower visibilities because of that haze and another air quality alert to talk about. Most of our visibilities are under 10 miles. A few of us are at that, but we're down to 3 in Madison, 5 in Janesville, and just 3/4 of a mile in Lone Rock. So some patchy fog, and because of the wildfire smoke, that's dropping our visibilities this morning. Dane County, the Madison area, and southeastward, that's where all the yellow is. That has moderate levels, so not off to as bad of a start compared to yesterday, and we're not going to see those reds and even purples move back in, dropping our air quality to 171. That was yesterday, but it's still going to have some impact, and this air quality alert that runs till noon. We'll talk about what we could see heading into the weekend and some more shower chances coming up.
All right, we'll talk to you then, Savannah. Thank you. We begin this half hour with a criminal investigation at Sun Prairie West High School. Police are looking into staff members and claims of inappropriate relationships. The State Journal reporting this morning that those relationships are between staff and students.
The staff members involved have reportedly been placed on administrative leave. The Sun Prairie School District is cooperating fully with the investigation. Limited information has been released because of the sensitive nature of this case.
Now to a surprising development revealed in the 7th day of the Maxwell Anderson trial in Milwaukee. The man accused of murdering and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson during their first date. Surveillance video from now closed Victor's, a bar in downtown Milwaukee, shows the two leaving together on March 29th. It's the first time the state has established that the two knew each other prior to their dinner date on April 1st. This was said to be their first date.
The search for a Washington state man accused of killing his daughters has expanded nationwide. CBS 58 reports that authorities say he could be headed to Wisconsin, as he's formerly from Pewaukee. 32-year-old Travis Decker has been missing since taking the girls for a planned visit last Friday. Their mother reported them missing later that day. On Monday, investigators found the 3 girls zip-tied and asphyxiated near a campground. Authorities believe the Army veteran may have skills that could help him hide for months.
In health news this morning, the State Department of Health Services will continue to recommend COVID-19 vaccines. This comes despite recent CDC updates for children 6 months and older and pregnant women not to get the vaccine. State health officials say that the current vaccine is safe for pregnant women and may protect both mothers and their infants after birth. Wisconsin Medicaid will also continue covering the vaccine for eligible members.
Meanwhile, a CDC official who helped weigh changes to COVID-19 vaccine recommendations has resigned. The Department of Health and Human Services removed the recommendation for pregnant women and healthy children to get the vaccine Friday. The official resigned that day. The recommendation removal went against available medical evidence for pregnant women. It also superseded the authority of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices.
Well, it may cost you more to get your fireworks this year. President Trump's trade war with China pushed tariffs on consumer fireworks to 20% in March and then as high as 145% in April. Now they've settled somewhere near 30%. One local store, though, says they've made it through relatively unscathed.
We ordered all our products prior to that taking effect, and so it didn't hit our charging amount. And we're hoping once it settles down, we won't have to order again until it all settles down.
The president of the Wisconsin Fireworks Association says the whole industry is also concerned about demand for America's 250th birthday next year.
Ford is recalling more than 550,000 vehicles because of issues that could increase the risk of a crash or injury. The first recall covers more than 63,000 Ford Mavericks that may have an airbag indicator light that can become loose or dislodged. People in the vehicle may not know if the passenger airbag is on or off, increasing risk of injury. The second recall is for 492,000 Ford Explorers. The issue with those is an exterior door trim that may detach while driving.
Well, the stage is set for the NBA Finals. It's going to be the Thunder and the Pacers. Games begin tonight in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's making their first finals appearance since 2012. Indiana hasn't been to the finals since 2000. Tip-off tonight is at 7:30.
Here at home, the UW Whitewater Warhawks are national champions again, dominating Messiah 21-5 to win their third baseball title in program history. The Warhawks exploded early with Andy Teese hitting a 3-run homer in the first inning and Cade Hansen delivering a dominant start, allowing just one hit over 5 innings. Whitewater kept the offense rolling, racking up 19 hits with Adam Kootway falling just a double short of the cycle. Messiah scored 5 runs late, but Whitewater held strong to secure the win and the championship.
Way to go, Warhawks. Well, the Tony Awards are this Sunday. This year, they're going to be hosted by British actress and singer Cynthia Erivo. Erivo is a 3-time Oscar nominee. She also won a Tony in 2016. You'll most likely recognize her, though, from her recent role in Wicked or her rich catalog of work on Broadway. Here's how she says she's changing the flavor of the Tony Awards this year.
I want my part of the Tonys to feel like a Broadway show. So it really is about trying to make things a little bit larger than life. It might steer away from the traditional, but it will still feel like it lives in the same world as our Broadway brothers and sisters.
You can watch the 78th Tonys right here on WISC-TV Sunday at 7 p.m.
I know a lot of people might appreciate the new twist of things. You know, it's okay to change, you know?
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be the same thing every year.
You know, injecting some new energy into it.
Yes.
You know, we'll see how it does. I mean, it seems like she's all about, you know, making it just a big performance. And I think she's got some experience
She got
in
the
that arena.
vocals.
So, yeah, gosh, she can really belt it out. Yeah, yes. She certainly can. So there you go. Sunday, 7 o'clock right here on the Big 3.
Well, let's check on Savannah. What's coming up?
Well, guys, temperatures right now about 50 degrees, but we will see the mid to upper 70s today and hazy skies. We'll talk about the latest with the wildfire smoke coming up.
And we are live, all decked out for 608 Day this weekend. We're at Hilldale this morning, showing you just what kind of businesses are going to be taking part and how they're going to be giving back as well, with fun for the whole family. That's next, live.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back. You know, we're continuing to encourage folks out there to explore their community on 2 wheels this week for Bike Week. The Greater Madison MPO's Round Trip is introducing a new program to help riders out.
Our consumer reporter Michelle Renee Quinn is live this morning with a bike buddy. Michelle Renee, tell us more about this new program.
Chris, Kyrian, good morning. That's right. This is Ben, and he is a bike buddy. Now, if you're wondering what that is, a bike buddy is somebody who has experience commuting via bike, or somebody who's a little bit more new to the biking commuting. So, Ben, you've got a little bit of experience. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I work for the Wisconsin Bike Fed, helping kids throughout Dane County walk and bike for transportation. And I've been biking as my main form of transportation for about 10 years.
Okay, so now the Round Trip program pairs experienced bikers like you with some newbies. What can these newbies expect if we're going for a ride-along, perhaps?
Yeah, that's a great question. So a big thing that folks need to figure out when they're planning their ride is what's their route. And so we might try out a couple different routes and see what's comfortable, right? Madison has a wealth of bike paths and a whole network of safe bike infrastructure. And so we can figure out what of those bike paths makes sense for your route.
Absolutely. And now, can you tell me a little bit about what you think some questions that these newbies might have and how, like, what exactly like they can expect when they have an experienced buddy like yourself?
Yeah, questions we get a lot besides the route involve like, what do I wear while I'm biking to work? How do I carry my things? What do I do if it's raining out? And those are the sort of questions that, right, I've been bike commuting for 10 years, and so I've encountered those, and I've got ideas and tips, and we can help make that work.
Absolutely. And now you mentioned that Bike Week, as it continues, there's a couple more events happening. What can you tell us?
Oh, there is a ton of events. So right now, in the morning, there are commuter stations where you can get coffee and food along some of the bike paths. Tomorrow, the Wisconsin Bike Fed is hosting an adult intermediate biking class. And then tomorrow evening is the bike party at Birmingham Park.
Okay, and tell me a little bit more about this bike party.
There's going to be free food, there's going to be music, there's going to be a whole bunch of people celebrating biking and celebrating Bike Week. It's going to be a blast tomorrow at Birmingham Park.
All right, and then the last question I have for you is, what is the importance of really encouraging people to get out on two wheels, to use their bikes? Why is this important for our community?
Yeah. Biking is a joyful way to connect with your community, right? While you're biking, I regularly see my neighbors and I wave to them and I bike with them for a moment and I get to chat. It's sustainable. It's healthy. It allows for us to build our city in a sustainable and healthy way.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Ben. I really appreciate your time. If you are interested in becoming a bike buddy, then feel free to scan the QR code on your screen right now or visit this story on channel3000.com. Live in Madison, Michelle Renee Quinn, News 3 Now.
Michelle Renee, thank you. Get out there and get on those bikes.
Yeah, let's do it. So we got meteorologist Savannah Brito standing by to help plan your day this morning. Maybe folks out there about to get the bike out and commute. What should they expect?
Yeah, it's not a bad start to get out and about early this morning. We're at 51. We've got calm winds and some sunshine. There's still some haze present, and we do have lower visibilities because the wildfire smoke, but overall, pretty good morning. We will continue to see clouds increase the rest of the day. Temperatures will warm into the mid to upper 70s, so we'll be near normal or even a couple degrees above that average high later today. We're down to 3 miles in Madison. Janesville's at 7, Watertown and Juneau at 7, and then Lone Rock at 2. Bosque Bell is at 0 currently. That's the lowest visibilities. There are a couple spots up to 10, but it's really the fog, some fog, but mainly the smoke that's dropping our visibilities this morning. Most of southern Wisconsin and the Madison coverage area is included in another air quality alert. This got extended several times yesterday. That's in effect until noon today. Most of the state also included in that. Madison and especially eastward, that's currently where we do have that yellow and even some orange and reds. That's moderate to heavy levels of smoke affecting a lot of the area, but then we will still see that most of the day today. We do have lighter levels overall that's going to hang around for Friday and even into Saturday. You can see the blues, so I still think we'll have an impact on our air quality, just not as much as what we have seen the last several days. Tracking the next couple of rain chances though, Friday, really the afternoon and evening with peak heating of the day. That's our first and next chance. I don't think it's going to be a washout. Our better chance is Saturday, a couple showers right in from the south. I think that'll be more widespread across Illinois, but then Sunday is going to be our best chance of rain returning with a cold front that moves in. Could spark a couple of stronger storms as well that are in the forecast. Overall, couple rumbles of thunder and some pretty heavy rain with the next cold front that moves in. I think the better chance of severe weather is going to be to our south, but we do look to get back to an active pattern with a couple chances for showers again early next week and then mid to late week next week as temperatures warm back up, pushing 80 by next Thursday, Friday, and that'll take us into next weekend as well.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Savannah. We're looking for some Plan Your Day videos. Savannah will give you a customized forecast. Just send us a video. Say your name, where you're at, say a little something to make us laugh. We always love that. And then upload it to the website, channel3000.com, the First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or you just email it to us. And then watch to make sure you make it on the air.
All right, we're getting ready to celebrate our favorite day of the year on Sunday, June 8th, which of course is 608 Day.
The 608 man himself out live this morning with how Madisonians can get out there and celebrate. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're all decked out, got the hat on, got the shirt on. We are ready because 608 Day, of course, is our favorite day of the year. And this weekend, Hilldale Shopping Center, they're going all out. We have a couple of businesses joining us with what they have going on to have some fun this weekend. We're going to start with Margot here at Ula Eyewear. Margot, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So you guys are super excited. 608 Day, and I mean, this is a big weekend. You guys are actually going to start celebrating a little early.
We are. We're going to start on Saturday.
What are you guys doing here for 608 Day?
So we chose 350 frames. We're marking them down to $60.80, $160.80, and $260.80.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And not only do you have those deals going on, you're also giving back here in the community.
We are. We are donating $6.80 of every sale to the River Food Pantry.
Why is an event like this so important for you guys as a business here at Hilldale?
Yeah, so most of our staff is either from Madison or the Madison area, so staying local is something that's really important to us. And that's our big thing, is just staying in the community, serving our community, and we want you to have a really nice time and get a good deal.
And also, like, that's what it's all about here at Hilldale, is community, getting everyone out. It's all about families. It's for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. We want you to come, old, young, any way. We want to give you a hand, find you something fun, glasses, sunglasses, whatever you need.
Oh my gosh, I love it. We also have Kendra Scott in the house. Megan's joining us this morning. Megan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
So what does Kendra Scott have going on to celebrate 608 Day?
We're so excited. We're going to be giving back to Gilda's Club Madison, so supporting their mission to make sure that no one goes through cancer alone, whether you're facing a diagnosis or you're supporting someone who is. So on Sunday from 3 to 6, if you mention them, we'll donate 20% of your purchase back.
Why, as a business, is it so important to, focus on community efforts like that?
Yeah, so from day one in her spare bedroom, Kendra wanted to give back and make sure that every single one of our stores is giving back to their local community and supporting what's important in that community.
All right, so Kendra Scott, obviously you got a couple of examples here from your store. And, what kind of things can people expect in your store?
Well, one of the things that's really exciting, if you've never experienced the color bar, you get to be the jewelry designer. So come in, you get to design your dream piece of jewelry, take it home with you in just a few minutes, and have a one-of-a-kind piece.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for having us in. This is just two examples of some of the fun that you can expect, there's the word, for 608 Day on Sunday. Ula starting things off a little early. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at Hilldale, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. We're all over it. 608 Day. This is what we are all about. It's the best day of the year, guys. And I mean, obviously, I've got all the gear to be able to show it too.
Where's ours? You didn't include us in all of this. Goodness.
Photojournalist Mark Schilling, he's hooking me up, and he's going, come on.
Mark's got the hookup.
Yeah, I'll have to reach out to him. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Twist his arm.
All right, Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, how much one lucky lottery winner in Cross Plains is taking home.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. The sprint is next. Time for the morning sprint.
A criminal investigation at Sun Prairie West High School is underway. Police are looking into staff members and claims of inappropriate relationships. The State Journal reports these are relationships between staff and students. The staff members involved have reportedly been placed on administrative leave. The Sun Prairie School District is cooperating fully with the investigation. Limited information has been released because of the sensitive nature of this case.
Surprising development emerging in the Maxwell Anderson trial in Milwaukee. Anderson's accused of murdering and dismembering 19-year-old Shadi Robinson during their first date. Surveillance video shows the two leaving a Milwaukee bar together days before their alleged first date, when they were believed to have met for the first time.
The State Department of Health Services will continue recommending COVID-19 vaccinations. This comes despite recent CDC updates for children 6 months older and pregnant women. DHS affirms the current vaccine is safe during pregnancy and may protect both women and their infants after birth. Wisconsin Medicaid will also continue covering the vaccine for eligible members.
How does multiplying your lottery winning by 10 sound in Cross Plains? Someone bought a winning ticket worth $10,000, a Mega Millions ticket with a 10 times multiplier. That makes their prize $100,000. It happened on Tuesday at a Quick Trip.
Budget talks between Governor Tony Evers and Assembly Republicans have reached a standstill. Speaker Robin Vos says after meetings this week, both sides remain far apart. The Joint Committee on Finance will now draft a budget without the governor's input. State Democrats say this move will increase uncertainty.
The Department of Ag encouraging consumers to check their fridges for ground beef. Some 1-pound packages of organic rancher ground beef may be contaminated with E. coli. It was sold at Whole Foods stores nationwide, including Wisconsin. The alert affects products with use or freeze-by dates of June 19th and 20th.
Starting Monday, President Donald Trump will ban travelers from a dozen countries. He cites security concerns, saying the U.S. faces challenges vetting visitors from these locations. The proclamation also partially restricts entry for people from 7 additional countries.
40 attorneys general are pressing Meta to address a surge in hacked Facebook accounts. Meta says that it invests in review teams and tools to identify compromised accounts. Cybersecurity experts, they'll recommend using 2-factor authentication to protect social media accounts. It adds an extra verification step when logging in.
Well, temperatures will make it in the mid to upper 70s. We're dealing with hazy skies, a couple of showers tomorrow in the afternoon and evening, and the wildfire smoke that we have been dealing with, I think, carries over into the weekend and Sunday into Monday. That's when our next best chance of showers will return with a cold front. It's late week next week. We warm up even more.
All right, looking forward to it. At least the temperatures are comfortable.
Yeah.
We can deal with the rain chances.
For better than that. Yeah, we need the rain, so that's okay.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. Coming up next, CBS Mornings.
Our next newscast is coming up at noon, and you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.
Have a great day.